Get that. Hello, everyone. It finally stopped raining, but it might start again. It's so sad what happened here. I just don't know. No warning, and it usually happens in the middle of the night. Whew, Lord. I pray for all those families, all the people who lost somebody. I don't know what to say. We don't know the minute or the hour or the second. That's why we got to live the way, live right. You don't know. Don't know. And poor little girls. Whew, I don't know what to say about it. I just feel so much sorrow for everything that has taken place since it was happened. I think it started on the 4th. It started raining on the 4th. And it wasn't that bad initially. Well, yes, it was because it was in the middle of the night. Well, it started in the day and then it got worse in the middle of the night. Y'all saw the rain. I showed you the shorts of the days of rain, and it might happen again. They say we might have some more coming our way. It seems like it's feast or famine. It's really dry out here for a while, and I have rented places on a lake. It's so beautiful, it's so peaceful, and to think you could be sleeping in peace and then wake up to hell. I feel so much sorrow in my heart. I just don't know what to say. It's not easy. It's not easy dealing with loss like that. Immediate loss of young people. I mean, it's not. It's bad when people who have lived their lives are taken away from us or pass away. But when young people go, it's, oh God, it's so much worse. I just pray for the families. I pray that you all find some kind of peace and you heal from this terrible thing that happened here in Texas. I know it happens all over the country. It's not just here. It was just our turn, huh? Please don't let it be again, though. Please don't let it happen again. Every year, it's either fire or flood or both. So I'm not gonna talk too much about gloom and doom because Jesus Christ, there's nothing I can do about it. God is in charge. I always say that. Always. And sometimes He takes the ones that we love the most, or the ones that we expect to be here tomorrow, or the next second. So enjoy your family while you can. Let's go ahead and plant some of these things that I got to plant. That's all I can do, right? Let's go. All right. Motivate yourself, girl. It's hard today. It's not easy for me today. So we're going to plant some canna lilies. Every now and then, I get this thing for perennial flowers. I don't enjoy planting flowers every year. Well, I do, but I don't. I actually like perennials more than I like annuals, believe it or not. All you gotta do is wait for them to come up. So we got some canna lilies that I got from Wally World because they were trying to get rid of them and they were half price. And I know that they are prolific and they're beautiful. So I have a beautiful pot here, a permanent pot for them. I bought three. Don't ask me why I bought three, but I'm gonna get this one out because the roots are coming down from the bottom, and we are going to use soil that was in our kale was in here, and I bought my blood meal and bone meal in here to revitalize this soil. So it's not gonna see. I still got kale roots in here. I fed the kale to the chickens. I'm gonna leave that in there. That'll degrade. Put a little bit, just a little bit of blood meal there, and a sprinkle of bone meal. I'm gonna keep on layering it. Not using a lot. It doesn't take a lot. It does not. This thing is full of roots. The kale did not pass away. I just got tired of looking at it. To tell you the truth. And I need to feed my chickens. I feed my chickens stuff from the garden. I actually do more than that. I order oats for my chickens, and I give them if I don't give them vinegar and water in their water, I go and give them some electrolytes, and those electrolytes smell just like oregano and garlic. So I ain't gonna do that no more. I'm just gonna go and get some oregano and garlic from my kitchen and give it to them. But the chickens ate or cleared this bed for me. They're in there fighting. Tomorrow I'm gonna sell some of those roosters. Actually, I'm selling all of them except for one. I got some more out in the country that I gotta get rid of. I gotta get back out there, but it's been raining so hard. I'm not gonna risk my life to. There's enough food and water out there, but I like them to have fresh water. But I'm not gonna risk my life to go out on those roads. Not the way things are right now. It just has to have to wait. They'll be all right. It hasn't been that long since I went up there. The thing that nobody tells you about having an off-grid property, if you have livestock out there, you gotta go out there. You don't have a choice. And even if you don't go, I mean, you should go out there anyway to check, make sure nobody's out there messing with your stuff. That's another reason why I bought one that I could get to. It takes me a couple of hours to get there, but it's not like another state. Because if you don't go and check on your property, people will start dumping trash and doing all kind of craziness on your property. Initially, when we purchased it, we found people were taking their their um their trucks out there and rough riding, doing circles. I could tell. I could see it in the soil, the ruts. Okay, girl, you're putting too much. I could see the ruts in the soil. But after we did a couple of improvements, I noticed that whoever was doing it, stopped. Must have been some kids going out there with their pickups, and I don't know what they were doing, but they were tearing up the ground, what was left of the ground. But they stopped. They knew that they was trespassing, so they probably didn't want to get in trouble, so they stopped going out there. But if you don't go check your property, they'll start showing back up. You'd be surprised what people will try when they think nobody is, they think it's an abandoned property or property that nobody cares about. They go out there and do whatever they want to do. So my neighbors would have put the stop to that, though. I realized a couple of years ago that they actually know who lives there. They know I don't they know that I don't live there, but they know who owns the property. You'd be surprised what people, they wave at me when I go out there. I've never had any problem. Never. Never had any problem, and I hope it stays that way. Everybody out there is pretty much to themselves, though. We wave at each other and say hello, and every now and then somebody, will stop and laugh and talk to you, but they know who lives there and who doesn't. You'd be surprised. Them jokers have binoculars and all kind of stuff. They're nosy, and I'm so glad they are. I'm so glad they are, because I trust them more than I trust a stranger coming around. Believe it or not, I do. I sure do. Now, that's not to stop you from carrying a firearm out there, because there are wild boar, coyote, wolves, and God knows what else out there. I think one of my friends said he saw a bear, but that he saw a bear, but it looked like somebody's pet bear. You'd be surprised what people have. Some people have some weird animals as pets. He told me that. He said, I could tell by the way it was hopping around, Jamaica. I said, nah, man, can't be a bear. He said, it was a bear, girl. It's like, I'd be doggone if a bear come out on me. I don't think my little firearm would stop him. People talking about, why you carrying that? Shoot, I don't want to get ate. That's why. I won't go out like that. We think that was her. They didn't leave much. I don't want to go out like that. Y'all think it's for the two-legged people. Now look at this. This is root bound. Very root bound. So I got to tear it apart. I don't go like that. Become dinner for an animal. And my dogs. I'm worried about my dogs too. Not just me, because the dogs, they're territorial, and they'll start, especially a female hog. Jesus, wild hogs, whoo, they're mean. Especially the females. If she feels threatened, she'll attack your car while you in it, and maybe get in and get you. We got a problem with them hogs now. And when we were walking around, we saw trails. Hog. They leave trails. They go through the same places. They stick to the rivers and the and the roads that they're used to. They make trails. You got to look at the scat to find out what it is, and it's hogs. I said, Lord, I saw this one video where this poor guy had his left his dog out at nighttime, and a coyote came and got him. Took him off like he was a piece of chicken in his mouth. Walked away. That's what I'm afraid of with my dogs, because my dogs are territorial, and they'll go out there and start. Coyotes are they're smart. They used to come out here. I haven't heard them in a while, but I would hear them chasing something down, like a little dog or something, or a big dog, and then I hear, and then I'd hear them talking to each other, the pack, because there's always more than one. They communicate. They work as a team. They'll get, you know, trick your dog into chasing it into the bushes, and five more will be in there. I told Philomena the other day, she didn't understand me. I was like, girl, you go up in there. I ain't going in them woods after you. All kind of stuff in there. She'll be fine, and I'll be the one get bit by a snake. So I'm just pulling this stuff apart, right? Cyrus, he wanders off too, but he usually goes onto the road. I'm more afraid of him getting hit by a car out there. Because people assume when you're in the country, people assume there ain't nobody out there but them. And they drive fast. Drag race. And I've seen them do it. Okay, I want this thing high, but I don't want it too high. There we go. Think that look good? I think that'll fill out this pot nicely. Yeah, they drive really fast. So when he goes tramping off, I say, Lord, please don't let him go out in that street. It's country, but it ain't that country. People assume it's country so they can drive the way they want to, and I don't want him to get hit by a car. But he needs his freedom, right? I just have to call him back when he goes too far. Make sure he stays on the property. I don't know why he go that way anyway. There's plenty of land out there. You always go out into the street like a dummy. All right, let me see. We're going to fill this joker up. And we're going to have a pretty plant. I need something pretty in my life today. Keep on watching the news and hoping. And a lot of people got, I'm back on the flood. A lot of people got rescued, but some people didn't. And them little girls, that's what really got me. They ain't doing nothing to nobody. Their life was just starting. Imagine going to camp and that's it. Poor things. Whew. All right. All right. So we got these in here. These are canna lilies. I bought 3 of them, but we're only going to plant 1 for now. And they were dying. They were dying back. Hopefully I caught them in time. I think it did. There's a lot of green on here. And I'll make sure I water it. So throw a little bit more of this on here. And I used soil that was halfway decent. I mean, it was spent soil, but excuse me, I'm on okra. The kale was growing. It was green, so the soil was still halfway decent. Hopefully they do well. I'm not going to put them in direct sun. I'm going to put them over there in the shade, and we'll see how they do it. Every time I plant a seedling or I plant a new plant, I do not put it in direct sun unless I put it in the ground, and then you ain't got no choice. You put it in the ground, it's going to get what it get. But with these, stuff like this, potted stuff, I put them in shade. They'll get sunlight, indirect sunlight, which is what they need, not direct. Do not put your seedlings or your new saplings in direct sunlight. They most likely will not make it. Speaking from experience, I used to put it in sunlight and I was like, yeah, I got it potted and I'm going to put it out there in the sun and it's going to be happy. Go back out there. It's keeled over right here because I have the butterfly peas here. I could tell by the purple flower. See that? And I believe this is, what is it? I forget what it's called, but it's a viney perennial and it's taken over. Then we have our stevia here that is booming. There goes a second stevia. And here goes toothache plant. There's some chives. And I believe this is one of my, no, what are you? Oh, this is one of my seedlings from these trees. Now, you know what? This might not be what I think it is, but it still puts out fruit, and I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. If it puts out fruit, I ain't cutting it down. See those up there? They may not be limes because I planted a lime, but it died back. This is the third one that happened to me. It was cold. It died back, but it came back. And now it's fruiting again. See that? They're all up there. They don't want me to get them. That's all that matters to me. And they taste like limes, but they're probably not limes. So I have another thing that I need to replant. I don't know why I moved this stool. And that is my lemongrass. Now the lemongrass looks like it's potted in a nice pot, but it's actually not. I put the pot in the pot. Now I don't know. I think I want to use good soil for the lemongrass. So I'll bring a bag over here and I'll bring the lemongrass over here. Do I want to do that? I don't want to dirty it up because he just cleaned up. It's beautiful over there now. So let's take it over here and repot this lemongrass. It's in a pot that it's not actually potted. I just put a pot in the pot. Let's do this. Oopsie daisy. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she beautiful? She needs to be pruned. I'm just going to pull out these dead ones, throw them on the ground. I'm not using that for tea. That is all dried up and gone. They come right out. I don't know how much. Let's clean this thing up and then help me think, right? They come right out. They come right out because they're not alive anymore. Probably from last year. Some people might say, you should use that for tea, girl. This is called Jesus Christ, fever grass. That's what we use this. We use the leaves for tea. Chinese use the roots. Same plant. Or maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? All I know is I use it as as fever grass because that's what it is. There's on more than one way to use a plant. I didn't know that you could use the leaves of a citrus tree until I was watching somebody else's video. And they were like, "Yeah, you boil them leaves and it gives you a lemony flavor." I didn't know because I thought that some of this stuff, if you the leaves were poisonous, and it's not true. A lot of things that you and nobody told me that. I just thought it to myself. I came up with that hypothesis. I'd rather be safe than sorry, though. I don't want to be that girl who eats drinks the wrong thing and ends up in the hospital or worse. Ah, man. All right. I'm getting it out. All of these brown leaves, they're gone. You know I believe in putting stuff back into the land, right? I don't leave it out there in there. I don't throw it out. I try not to. I try to put it in a compost pile or throw it back into the landscape. Might be unsightly to you, but it works for me. Just raking just like hair, just combing through it and taking these dead ones out, or some of them. I'm not probably not going to get all of them, but I need to clear some of them out because it needs room. The new stalks need room, and this stuff in here just brings rot. Do I have an ant on me? Just brings decay. It might give the poor plant some kind of disease. So I'm just gonna pull them out. It's not in the wild. In the wild, it would just you just let it go. But this is in a pot, so and I have some control over what goes on, so I might as well clean it up. Cleaning up your plants is a good thing. You can tell my rose bushes, I deadheaded them. Now I ain't do it one at a time. I went through with a shear and just took off all of the dead flowers. If you do that, you'll get roses more than one time a year. It's called deadheading. This is just cleaning out because this thing looks a lot smaller now that I pulled all this stuff out. Not to say that the roots are gonna be small, but at least the good stems will have some room to roll around, and it'll look better. All that debris on it made it look like hell. Made it look bad. Okay, let me turn it around a little bit. Get this out. It just come on up. Look, it's gonna smell like lemongrass around here. That's good because mosquitoes don't like lemongrass. So they say. All right. So, all right, I cleared it up. I think I cleared it up enough. And it doesn't look that great right now. I might just chop it, but I'm afraid to chop it. I might just chop it. Yeah. Let me go and get something and harvest this top part. Put it in a paper bag to dry out so I could have some more tea. I don't buy it anymore. Used to have to buy fever grass, and that stuff is not cheap. And you can grow it. They say that growing lemongrass is hard, but I did it on the first try. I guess I was lucky. Plus, I don't like the way these leaves are growing. But we're gonna fix that. We're gonna take off some so that it can look neat, and then we'll repot it. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna harvest, and I'm just gonna write. I'm not gonna write lemongrass. I'm writing fever grass. What I say goes in my yard. I was in Jamaica, and this Jamaican guy says it's not the same thing. It's a different leaf. I was like, whatever, dude. It tastes the same. It's the same to me. He wanted to argue. Some people just want to argue. Just ignored him. I'm talking to you anyway. It's like it remind me of New Yorker. You want to argue? Go home to your wife and argue with her. I am not your wife. I don't have to listen to you. It's my thing. I do what I want to do. So what I do is I bend it up, right? Put it in a paper bag and put it on top of the refrigerator, let it dry out. No dehydration machine needed. I'm not done. I'll cut some more. I can still see his face all scrunched up. And some people think just because you look at him and say, okay, that you agree with him. No, that just means I don't want to talk to you no more. You're a hostile person and I have to listen to you. Tell me that my lemongrass ain't fever grass. Go home to your mama. You don't want to ramp with me. I'm a patient person, but he was pressing his luck. All right. Yeah, that's another reason why I don't live in New York. They like to argue. Well, not everybody. I shouldn't say that because it's not true. But they're known for arguing. It's dangerous nowadays to argue. You don't know who you're arguing with. You don't know what they're going through in their life. Leave them alone. Leave these strangers alone. Stranger danger. All right. De-escalate the situation. De-escalate. If you have to say okay and let them think they won, go ahead and do it. Shoot, don't even, sometimes I don't even say nothing. I just look at them. Because I was like, who was talking to you? Mind your business. Talking to somebody else. All right. Act like he was mad because I know about that stuff. I'm not, I wasn't born in Jamaica, but I was raised by Jamaicans. My dad was Americano, but my mama was not. And she raised me. And her mother. All right. There's a lot of things we couldn't get, or my family couldn't get from their country because they didn't sell it in the United States. Nowadays, it's gotten a lot better. In New York City, it was very hard to get certain things like ackee. The only thing we could get was canned ackee, and be happy for that, unless somebody, did something illegal and smuggled some ackee into the country. Not to say that we did that, but it happened. And you can't grow ackee in New York because it's too cold. By the way, guess what Jamaica got? Now, ackee and codfish or saltfish is the national dish. And I thought about it, and I was like, I'm buying canned ackee, and it's all mush up, it's all mashed up. It's not the same. So I went and bought 2 ackee trees. They're little itty bitty seedlings now. We'll see if I keep them alive. The ones that I saw in Jamaica were huge, though. Just like breadfruit trees are huge. What else is huge? Breadfruit grows. I saw breadfruit growing in Hawaii also. Ackee, I did not see growing in Hawaii, and if it was in Hawaii, I never saw it. Then mango trees. Mango trees are humongous. They're as big as pecan trees. So the ackee tree was not as big as the mango tree. I remember my uncle. I was down in Kingston. My uncle said, I was talking to foolishness because I thought I knew what I was talking about. I said, ackee trees grow near the ocean. That's what Grandma told me. My uncle looked over and said, "There's the ackee tree right there." So I was like, "What?" All these years I walked around acting crazy. People who was from Jamaica probably was looking at me like she don't know what the hell she's talking about. My uncle started laughing, not to make fun of me, but he was laughing because he said, "Grandma played a bad trick on you." That's what she did. She probably was tired of me asking her freaking questions. I was questioning her. I wanted to know, because when I was a kid, we never went back. I went back to Jamaica as an adult. They never went back. My mom never went back. My grandmother went back, but shoot, it was so bad. People think that when you come back or when you work in the United States, you're rich. You're rich when you go back. And if you don't give them a little something, they get mad at you and say you're selfish and they'll hurt you. It's terrible, but it's true. So they never went back. I went back as an adult with a man. So all I knew of Jamaica was the things that my grandmother told me until my uncle. No, I went with my cousins. That's right. And my cousins, yeah, I went with my cousins the first time. And my uncle was the one told me Aki, Aki was right there, like right there. I could see the Aki coming off the tree. Just so happened to be passing the Aki tree when I was talking all that craziness. So strange how in other countries food just grow on the street. Now I'm not saying everybody is living, because some people who poor, poor, poor. You think Americans are poor? I'm talking about no shoes on your feet, raggedy clothes, dirty, starving. I saw some things while I was there. I went there a lot, and I felt so bad. And you want to help everybody, but you can't. So anyway, and then everybody think you're rich because you're American, right? So, or if you go and visit your family, I don't recommend you stay at your family house. That's all I'm gonna say, because everybody will show up and be begging. They beg the shoes off your feet sometimes, depending on where you go or who house you stay at. So that's why I don't do that no more. I don't stay at nobody's house. It's not a good idea. They think you're rich. They don't know that you're struggling. I said this one time. This chick, just walking past me, crying. I gotta go get him. That's a full blooded Bardock that just walked up on me. Um, they don't realize that we spend some people spend their entire lives saving up for a trip like that. It's not cheap. And they think that because you can afford to stay in a resort that you're rich. We stay in a resort because it's safe. That's why. I don't want to wake up dead for $5. Somebody think you're rich and do what they did to poor Johnny Cash. He was out there. Here's a house behind the Rose Hall. I ain't gonna tell you what happened to him, but they hurt that poor man. All right, so this is our fever grass or our lemongrass. I'm gonna go and get some good soil, and I'm gonna go get a pot, and I'll be right back. All right, I bought some soil over here, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. Finish this thing off so I get this thing out of the way. I'm crumpling up the soil because I want to get some air in it. Aerate your soil. You don't want a bunch of big chunks. And I let Pepper Le Pew out, apparently. I got this one rooster that just go around and try to grape everybody, including the chicks. He don't care. Hopefully this guy take their butts tomorrow. Getting on my last nerve. All right. Ooh, that's nasty. It's muddy in there. Y'all know what this is, right? It got roots on it, by the way. I guess I'm gonna have to plant that today. That's easy to plant. I mean, dragon fruit, very easy. Kind of like the other cactus I got out there in the corner of the yard because I didn't want it to take over my yard and stick me. I had it in the back door years ago, and I bent over. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. Seriously, them thorns got in, and I could not get them out. I got him out though. Well, somebody got him out. He wasn't too happy about that either. Yeah, I think he was laughing. He might have been laughing. He didn't let me see him laugh. My ex-husband. He didn't let me see. He didn't let me see him laughing, but he probably was laughing. Like, good for her, putting that damn plant out of the back door. All right, now here we go. Something is biting me. It's not a mosquito because this lemongrass apparently keeping their little butts at bay. All right, let me get this out of here. Turn it upside down because it is a grass, but I know it's been in this pot since it was a baby, and it's not a baby anymore. I know it got a lot of roots. Let's put this in. It was getting too much water. I could smell it. And that is not high enough. I need to put some more soil in there. And I see roly-polies. Get your stuff done. Even when you, I mean, if you have a little bit of time, when you get off work and you think you have it in you, go ahead and try. Sometimes it'll change your mood because I wasn't in a very good mood when I started this video. I was kind of sad and I got all kind of bugs in here. I don't know what they are, but they are getting crushed. Don't speak. I know just what you're thinking. All right. So please stop explaining. Don't tell because it hurts. No, no. All right, girl. Put some of this in there. All right. Let's try it again. Now it's too high. Ain't that a blip? Blip. Rasher, frasher. There we are. Now I'm trying to get it centered. All right. Put the dirt on the side where you want it to move, when you want it to move to the other end. And that's how you get it where you want it. Okay. We almost done. Well, with the tray, that is. It's a good thing I went and brought some more dirt here because this was not enough. Next thing I'm gonna use is that something's wrong. Something's up with my pool. I had strawberries in there. They're not there anymore. Something ate them. I don't know what, but I don't know if I'm gonna use that soil because it might be still in there. All of them are gone. Just disappeared. Whatever ate it, ate everything. Okay. There's roly-polies in here. Or some people call them pill bugs. Down here, they call them pill bugs. I was like, pill bugs? What are those? Oh, roly-polies? Okay, we are done with the tray. Yay, Team Jamaica. Now let's go and put some other dirt in here to finish it off. Push this thing down. Almost finished, but wasn't enough. What do I have? I have this. This is mint that needs to be up potted also, but we'll see. I gotta get that damn rooster. He's doing the do. Everybody complaining in there. Of all the ones that could have got out, he was the one. The rest of them just got big mouths. He is a offender. I need to put his picture. I put out an APB on his butt. Have you seen this rooster? He's scared of me too. He run away every time I go in there. Uh oh, here she come. The enforcer. Just want to have a little fun. I like the ladies. He would deserve if I put him out there in the wilderness with them other roosters. That's what he would deserve. See how it feels. They would set him straight for sure. Well, he wouldn't be straight anymore. He'd be a girl. I hear that darn thing crying. There it is. I gotta get it. I don't know how much I paid for that little thing, but it's not cheap, and I got it to the point where it could stay outside, which was not an easy task. Huh? Hey, baby. He's like, what? You put me back in brooder. I don't like it out here. They're mean to me. Can y'all see him? Her? I mean, I don't say him. Gotta sneak up on it. We'll put it back in the brooder. It walked right out of that fence. It's over now. You did me wrong. Is this then? Don't cry, baby. Are you my friend? Mama told me one day it was gonna happen, but she never told me when. Okay, so we got our fever grass replanted. Yay, Team Jamaica. So let's see what else needs to be up potted. This, woo, is heavy. Do I have the strength to pick it up? Is the question. Should I put this mint, this? You gotta be careful with this joker. This is mint mojito. So I guess this is the mint they use for mojitos. It looks like it because I drink mojitos. I don't drink often, but I drink. um, let's see. It smells so good too. Look at that. Oh, I want this joker. This is a perennial. Don't let your mints or your peppermint, spearmint. Don't let them jokers pass away. Put them in a warm place in the wintertime, and you'll have them forever. Just like this fever grass. Hopefully, I get more fever grass coming out now that I cleaned it up a little bit and put it in another pot. It was getting too much water too. It was way too wet. Then again, it's been raining for 3 days, 4 days. I don't know how many days. A long time. So that taking that into consideration. Okay, let me try to get this thing up and back where it was. I don't know if I have the strength. If I don't, I'll just put it to the side till I do. Let's go, Jamaica. Nope. Oh, God. Here we go. Don't drop it, Jamaica. Forget this. I'm going to put it right here. Oh, no. Just put it down, girl. Don't throw it back out. So, what else do we have? We have the mojito mint that I need a big pot for. Do I have one over here? And then, let me look at this one. No, it's not. Are those roots? This is the fig branch that we took off of there and put in water. It's still alive. Don't listen to what people say. You do what you want to do. Try it. Don't listen to them. Try. Sometimes they could be wrong. What I did was I took a new branch, stuck it in some water for about a month, maybe a month and a half, till it got roots on it and put it in the pot. They say that it won't work. Apparently, they are wrong most of the time. Do what you want to do. Don't be listening to these people. Even the ones that say they're experts, they ain't got to be, they don't know everything. No one knows everything. No one. Oh, this is what we need to plant. Dragon fruit. We're going to go over to that pool because I don't want to use my good soil for the dragon fruit. So I was wrong. There is one little strawberry plant left. Two of them. No, three. I'm going to get them out of here because this don't make no doggone sense. I see crowns in here. That's weird. That's a crown right there. Starting to rethink. Let's go and get the good stuff. I didn't bury my shovel. Oh, it's in here. Now I remember. It all kind of came back once I touched the bag. Blood meal. And a little bit of bone meal. And let's get this. I'm making sure there ain't any mosquito on me. Dragon fruit planted. Just like that. Okay. Now this canna lily, I don't think it could take this Texas sun, so we're gonna move it back over there in the shade. Gonna clean all this mess up. We do have the mojito that we still need. This is a cactus, so it can stay out here. We still have the mojito that can stay out here because it could take the sun. The mint is hardy, it's easy to grow once you get it started, but I'm not gonna leave my mint out here either. And I wanted to put it in a bigger pot. I'm afraid of this joker because it's starting to vine out. You see that? See that? It's starting to vine out. It is not Yeah, it's coming out of the bottom too. It has to be repotted. All right. So decisions. Put that in there. Keep all your equipment together so I'm not running around like a chicken with my head cut off. All right, girl. Let's find a pot for this mojito mint. Should be easy, right? Not. Not easy. Now, because it's a cactus, I don't want this joker anywhere where I can get scratched up. So we're going to move it over here with the rest of them. See them over there? Now, the big mamas are over there. They were flowering, but we got so much rain, I don't know. They may have stopped or, passed on. Moving on. All right. So here goes all of our cactuses or our dragon fruit. Well, the small ones, that is. And I threw this out here and look at that. It would land right on top of the rose bush. Throw it out there. I want you on the ground, not in the bush. Okay, we're not going to plant this today. So we're going to put this back over in the shade. So I have some other things I need to plant. Elderberry. Not sure if this is the elderberry or that one or both of them are elderberry. Is that doggone rooster? I'm telling you. He's bad news. You see him? That black one? He's bad news. I gotta go and catch him. All right, let's find a pot. He walk around like he don't do nothing. Don't that look pretty? And that, I wish I had more pretty pots, but I only got what I got. So do I want to put it in this? No. I don't want to put it in there because I might have to up pot it again. And I thought about putting it in here. But if that joker take root on the ground, well, I'm in trouble. I really do want to put it in here. It's a fountain. But man, I saw what happened to my mama's backyard, and that was not pretty. So there's some deceased plants out here. Let's say the polite way. And I could use this pot. This was an almond tree, and it's gone. You could tell when it don't get rooted because you could just pull it out the ground, pull it out the pot, no problem. Not using that soil. This I got from the nursery, so it's not like I could return it. I'll put it over here. This is where I put everything that goes in the trash. I should check to see if the nursery will take it back, but shoot, I got it online. The two other ones though, I'm gonna take that back to home. The home to the depot. There we go. That's where it goes until it goes in the trash. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Loaded. Loaded. I found one on the ground, but then I touched the rest of them. Nothing. Not yet. Get this little dead leaf off of here. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty, pretty. Good golly, Miss Molly. I could use that clay pot, but then where am I going to put the rest of the pots? Shoot. Just go ahead and do what you're going to do, girl. Fill in the holes with this dirt and use this pot. This one. There's a rut right here. So I fill them in. Don't be deceived. Some soil look good, but it ain't no good. Anytime something passes away, I'm like, it might be the soil. It might not have been the plant. It might, you never know. So just don't take any chances. Just take it out. Use some fresh soil. Or use some soil that nothing passed away in due to, something that you don't know. You don't know what happened. All right, let's go ahead and get this. Repotting our mojito. Oh my God, really? Jerk. He's just going around wrecking havoc and walking around like he ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna break his beak. I'm gonna punch him in his beak. I'm not gonna do that, but I am gonna catch his butt. All right, so we got this, and we got this. Just gonna use this up. One down. We gotta go over there and get some more soil. Turn it upside down. Let it come out. It's getting root bound. Just gonna have to break it up. Yeah. You have to just take the whole bottom half off. Stop it from spinning though. You want these jokers loose. Loosey goosey. Pull it down. All right. Blood meal and bone meal. I gotta go and find my I bought some more. I think I bought some more all purpose. Just have to find it. I think I left it in the truck. What was I doing that day? I was trying to do a million things that day. I sold a turkey to this guy and all kind of. I'm not a turkey. I sold a roosters to this guy, and man, I don't know. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be doing this. I might just sell the whole darn thing and just do quail. Although chickens have personality. I like chickens, but shoot, we'll see. Maybe it's because I have so many of them. I got to go out there to the country and cull a bunch of them. Not looking forward to that. That's the part I don't like. But it's part of homesteading, right? And it's gonna rain again. I hear it. Shoot. Let's go. Let's finish up. Working in between the raindrops. Shoot. Feast or famine. Can we just get some rain without disaster? Can we do that? And this area cannot stand any more rain. It's like we're in an island right out here. Who knows when the bubble is gonna burst? No, it's happened in Austin before. Hopefully they fix the problem. The thing is, not so much in the country. I'm talking about the Austin area. There used to be a lot of fields out here in Austin, right? And now where there's fields, there's apartment buildings. It's nowhere for the water to go. Nowhere. All the natural drainage is gone because there's people living there now. And some of them places were built in a flood zone. I don't know how they got I don't know how they got around that. I know I've been here for a while. I know. When I researched, when I bought this house, I checked, make sure to check what flood zone it was in, if it was in a minimum. That's what I want, the X. I gotta go over there and get him before he hurt one of them. But they built houses in the flood zone, for sure, for sure. When you get a house in that kind of area, first of all, you're in danger, danger, and your insurance is higher. There are levels, but sometimes the levels don't matter, huh? Sometimes it floods where it ain't supposed to flood. I had a couple of RV parks in Georgetown that are underwater now. They may have receded, but people lost everything. People in their apartments, houses, flooded. One guy, he had to stand on top of his utility box for about 3 hours. He survived. Poor guy. All right, so we're gonna be call it a do since it's threatening to rain again. This is mojito mint that we planted, our canna lilies, in remembrance of what happened on the 4th, and our lemongrass, also known as fever grass. I hope I wasn't, a downer today. I just, man, that stuff. What can you do? What can you say? I don't know. All I can do is pray for people. Pray, pray, pray. I prayed when it was started raining, but I didn't. No one knew. No one knew. We just knew it was bad weather. Nobody was barbecuing, not around here anyway. And we didn't expect it. It was unexpected, definitely. And it happened in the middle of the night, 1 o'clock in the morning. Nothing. Now I did get some alerts on my phone, but that was about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. For them, it was already too late. And from what they were saying, they got the alerts the same time we did in Central Texas. Everybody got the alert at the same time, and by then it was already too late. Just like it's kind of like a rain tornado. Tornadoes sometimes don't give you no notice, none. They just show up. All right, and now everybody is looking for somebody to blame. I mean, I gotta get my stuff up. These bugs are eating it. There's nobody really to blame. God was in charge. I told everybody that. God is in charge. So let me go ahead and get some of my tomatoes before all the bugs eat it. Let's go to the other side. It's been about 3 days. 3 days. 4 days. Day 4. Walking through the garden. I'm thinking that I'm gonna move all the pots over here. I don't want it to be too crowded because we got Mr. Jake going around. Can't tell that I'm afraid of Jake, but I am. I got another patch over here. Tomatoes, untrellised. These bugs, these love bugs, are all over the place. I don't like them. They're almost as bad as some of the snails around here. Welcome to the jungle. Two. Not just. I got a cucumber in there and it's big. Oh no. No, you don't need to be that big, boo boo. Shoot. Look at it. These are rotting. I told you these trellis ones are giving me problems. Issues. And that was a cherry tomato also. Same pack of seeds. They all came from the same pack of seeds. They all look alike. I'm getting some from here too, though. I can't say I'm getting more from the other side. The other ones are healthier, but I'm starting to see some progress over here. Progresso. And they're laying on the ground too. I smell the basil. That basil smells good. This one here, though, is rotten in. Just pull them off and throw them on the floor. Go around the other side and get some more. Let's go and check. I see some more peppers. It's been raining, so the tomatillos might have filled out. Maybe. They were here, but they were not full, so I didn't pick them. Let's see. They're not juicy enough for me. But maybe that's as juicy as they... No, they're empty. This one's a juicy one. There's one. That's a juicy one. Uh-oh. You got to fill your tomatillos. Some of them have nothing in it. But you want them to look like this. That's what you want. Don't start harvesting a lot of empty tomatillos. Some people be harvesting. I'll be like, ain't nothing in that pod. Ain't nothing in that pod. I'm experienced. I'm experienced tomatillo grower now. That one's good. Nope. That one's good. They prolific, but I guess I'm just gonna have to wait. They're making me wait. So you're gonna appreciate when I put out. You're gonna take me for granted. Uh-oh, I dropped one. Oh, okay. A little tired. And that is I think that's a cucumber that's growing up on the tomatillo, but it's fine. I don't see any on here. I just see flower. Here's one. Right there. In order to harvest, you got to plant. I'm going to keep doing what I do until I hear it gets closer. Because I hear it. Sound like a truck coming my way. There's one. There's one. Just have to look for them. There's one. I can smell them. It smells like a nightshade. Just like cucumbers smell like cucumbers. What is this? It's a tomatillos. Oh, it's spreading. Oh well, let it spread. Do what you want to do. As long as I get something from you, you are free to roam. All right, I got four little thing in my hand. Already got. No, I didn't. I see some more over here. And there we go. You know, different people garden for different reasons. I'm gardening for production. I don't care what y'all say. This is production. Some people garden for beauty and they don't get a lot because they cut their plants down before their time. And like, oh, it doesn't look pretty anymore. I'm gonna cut it. No. Why? You rich? I ain't rich. I ain't never been rich. And you'll never be rich if you continue to do stuff like that, unless you was born that way. You know, most people aren't born that way. You cutting down your food every 5 seconds. Oh, that doesn't look right. I'm just gonna cut it down and replant. You'll be replanting until you blue in the face, and you get maybe 5 tomatoes because it didn't look right. It's not pretty. Pretty or not, this thing got pierced. Pretty or not, I'm gonna let these jokers stand until they can't stand no more. This one's no good. I told you this side is give me the business. I got everything over here. Now I don't see as many bugs over here because I got this basil here. Can y'all see me? It's basil here. They apparently don't like it. I don't see them love bugs over here like I saw in that middle one. And this duck, she gonna end up in a pot. Her big mouth. Shoot. All right. She complained and complained for no doggone reason. I know what it is. Her bath water is not clean enough for her right now. I ain't going back over there. She could complain till she blown in the face. She keep it up though. She gonna make me snap. She's doing it because I'm out here. She hear my voice. So we got some more. I need to start harvesting some of the basil, but I'll do it on another day because my pot is almost full. They're just rotting in here. Just rotting. Okay. Time for me to skedaddle. I think I hear rain, but I don't see it. I don't feel it yet, so something brushed up against me. Here's our harvest for today. And there's still more in there. Surprise cucumber. You gotta look. And something was nibbling on. Probably a rabbit. This thing is probably overripe. When you see it turn yellow like that. I didn't see it. Let me go and see if there's any more in there from the other side. By the way, I let the rabbits go. They ran that way. Or they hopped that way. They were getting out of their cage. It was time for them to leave because they were ending up on the floor, and I didn't want my dogs to get them after all that work I did trying to keep them alive. So let me see. I'm looking for cucumbers. See a little one, an Indian snake cucumber, but I don't want that one. See some tomatoes. Trying to be careful not to step on anything. That one and that one. See a bunch of flowers for cucumbers, but I don't see any more cucumbers. See sweet potatoes. And I see cucumbers running, but I don't see any cucumbers on them. So And if I do see some, they're small. So I'm gonna call it a do. I did get my first okra today. So the okra is getting ready to put out. They grew real quick. Look, they're up to here now. Once you put them in the ground, man, whoosh, gone. I do have to go over there and pull out some of these weeds though. Don't want it to get the way it was. All right. And I have some sweet potato slips in the house. So let me go get them, send them here. I'm so amazed at how well my okra is growing. See that? That there is okra and sweet potatoes. But there's a blank spot here that I need to fill in. I got some slips here, don't look good. You know why? They ran out of water. And then, remember the two little sorrel I said I planted? Here they are. They get huge. So don't let them fool you. We're going to put them in that blank spot right over there. See much. So I'm going to put my sorrel right here. I'm going to separate them. Come on, babies. Separate them. Y'all are going to be close, but y'all ain't going to be married anymore. You're going to live in different apartments. Same complex, different apartments. That's one. And these get huge, so let me move her down here. Down here. There you go. Take this out. Okay, and then we put our sweet potato slips in. This needs to go up there. A whole bunch of them. A million. Oh boy, I gotta get on my knees. I can't do this no more. Hey, my hoary. Why are you doing it the hard way, girl? I know what you're saying. You planted them too close. Mm-hmm. This look like a zinnia to me. Might be wrong. No, it is. Callaloo is coming back. I thought it was gone, but it's not. Just 2 more left. Just make sure I cover all the roots. Got most of the weeds out of the way. See that? Last one. There we go. All right, now I got to get up. That is the problem. All right, and you see how it is. This is a day in the life of a gardener. I regret planting this here because it's encroaching on my gate. It's in my way. I got to cut it back. It's real bushy. It's a Mexican sunflower. There's the seeds right there. Throw it on the ground. Let it be, let it be. So I picked up quite a bit of the stuff already, but I never leave stuff out. Oh, I forgot to put my mint mojito tag back in there. We're going to do that right now so we know what it is, because I'll forget. I'll know what it is because I'll smell it, but it's important to put it back where it belongs. Look at that. Yay! I got to be careful with that one. I'm going to stay watching it. It's on my list. I don't want it to plant itself in the ground because it will. Maybe I should put a brick under it or something. I got a lot of stuff to harvest and to plant because I keep planting. That's what it's all about. If one thing doesn't work out, you go ahead and plant something else, or you plant that joke again till you figure it out. And you will. You'll find out what it is that plant needs in order to grow. Put my hori back. Clean it off a little bit. You find out what it is. That's the only way. And it don't just keep trying and not research it. Try to research it. Some people will lead you astray, but if you watch enough people and 3 gardeners or 3 people are saying the same thing, it doesn't necessarily have to be gardening. Most likely it's true. Reagan. Trust but verify. So there's a couple other things that I need to plant. I planted some Jerusalem artichokes. These jokers are fighting to get out of their cage. And they came up. So here's the one that we did on camera on that live. There it is. It's time for it to go on the ground, but I have to put in a space that it can go do what it does because they get really tall and they're very evasive. So don't put it nowhere that you don't want it because it's going to be there and it's going to start spreading. I planted some more because I thought they were rotting. So one's in that pot and one is in this pot. These little 2, these are my Aki. Happy about that. And there's one more harvest I need to do. So we got tomatoes, we got cucumbers, we got tomatillos, we got fever grass. Next thing we're going to get is that chocolate mint. Look at this. That thing is always out. Go back in. Go back in. Not you. Go back in. It's probably a rooster. Give me all that damn hell. Let me fix this. I don't know how they're getting out, but I think this is it. That other one is a bad influence. Next time somebody calls for some pullets, that joker is gone. I don't think it's a pullet, though. I think it's a root. Whatever. I ain't going to sell them to them as a pullet. I'll check it out first. So let's go ahead and harvest this chocolate mint now that I got those chicks back in. Okay, I got my little paper bag. I'm going to give you a haircut, baby. Haircut. Hands are dirty. That's fine. By the way, you can take these, put them in some water, and root them. I already did. I already have 3 of them done, so I don't want to do another one right now, but I may. Just giving it a haircut. My mom has so much mint that she boils it, and it makes the house smell so good. The whole backyard's full of mint, though. Took over a yard. It's even in between the pavers. Make it count, baby. Make it count. Herbs are one of the most expensive things you can buy in the grocery store. Y'all know that? They are super expensive by pound. If you do it pound for pound, you better off. I bought these seedlings for I think 175 each when they first came to our supermarket. Now they running. I don't even think they have this one anymore. Selling them for $4 or $5 a plant. You gotta catch them while you can. Different nurseries sell at different price points. Oh God, this society over there. I got a criminal out. He graping everybody. And they walk away like he didn't do nothing. All right. So it looks good. The haircut is done and my bag is full. Now it feels like a half a pound in here, but when it dries, it ain't gonna feel like nothing. And I'm gonna boil the stem and all, not just taking the leaves off. Some people take the leaves off the stem. I don't. Call it lazy or whatever, but I don't. So I'm just gonna lightly close the bag, right? And this bag is gonna help dehydrate it. All the humidity is gonna get sucked into the paper, and I'm gonna have dried mint. No equipment necessary, just a paper bag. Man, I'm sick of you. And then he walks away. Man, I'm gonna get him. Anyway, let's end on a beautiful note. Pray for the people in Texas. I pray for the people in South Carolina and all over the United States, whatever you're going through. There's some storms that don't make the news or don't make the national news, but they still happen. Tornadoes happen, all kind of natural disasters, as well as, you know, accidents and foolishness in the streets. People getting mad at each other. Just pray. Pray that everybody calms down. Pray that the weather gets better, and pray for people to have some peace, to find some peace so that we all can live in peace. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life. This is the harvest for today. And I'll see you on the next one, all right? Bye, y'all.